This is a quick review of a macOS app that I used this week, and it was so good and so simple and so easy. I just thought, hey, I'm going to do a friction log on it. Might as well record a video on it too because I got everything set up. So why not? So there's this thing called Medis, which is funny because it's a Mac OS client for Redis. Ha ha ha, Medis, get it? So you can get it at getmedis.com. Really cool app. And it's just simple. I love how it does one thing well, and it doesn't try to go overboard on features. It looks nice and it just works. Love it. I had almost no friction using there's one little thing we'll talk about here in a second, but really almost no friction in using this. And usually when you're using developer tools like this, you're so used to the command line and you're used to that experience. Like, why do I need a GUI? Old word for it. Why do I need something like that? But this adds a couple extra little things that just like, I'm like, man, this is really nice. I actually like using Redis, using this Mac app. So thought I'd do a review of it real quick. So if you see here, I got it open right here. The first thing I want to point out that I like, this is in the friction logs that we do, we call this a delight. I love how they segment the keys out. So it's just a key like you would at any other Redis store. You got a key and it's separated by colons. And what you can do is you can tell it in the preferences. Let me open this up. Where's key browser here? There's your key name separator, and you can tell how many max folds it goes under, which, by the way, I love that because I only have it set to 2, right? So you'll see here. So like on this one, in this case, it's separated by a micro database, service, and micro database. So that's what it is. You'll see the service and the micro database and then the hash, but there's the whole hash there. I love that. I love how they just make that visually easy and quick to look at. Great delight. Love that. Another really neat thing is just how they highlight like this log here is going to expire in 393 seconds right there. And you can change it right here. You can persist the key. You can give it a different timeout if you want to. I love that. I love being able to do that. And just visually seeing that again is really quick. Again, you can use the command line and see this stuff. But the way they do it in the Mac app, it just makes sense to me. Quickly, another one is the command query. If you want to use this, so like let's do, oh man, I'm going to have to see. It's scan 0 match, right? And then let's glob it. And let's just do API key like that. Oh yeah, really quick. So you see this over here on the right? So as soon as you start typing, it shows you the documentation on it, which is great, and you can click on it to get to the other stuff. So I like how they include that there. I know other like database clients do similar things, but it just works really well. So if I execute that, boom, there you go. There's all my glob pattern. So you can run it right in here. Again, you could use it in terminal too, but it's just nice to have everything in one spot. The one problem, the one friction I would say that I continually run into is there's 2 different refreshes. There's 3 different refreshing. You can just Command R to refresh. Apparently there's this Command R to refresh this, which refreshes the whole set. But then you can also, if you're looking at, I don't actually know when, if you hit Command R, sometimes it'll just refresh this. I don't know when it refreshes this and when it just refreshes. I can't figure it out, but there's times when only this refreshes and not this. A little weird. And then the other refresh is, you see this up here at the bar, it says connected, and there's a refresh here, and then I just reconnected. So the problem is there's no actual way to reconnect. So if you leave and come back after a couple of minutes, it'll automatically be disconnected. You got to click this little thing. Well, it'd be nice if it's just keyboard shortcuts to do all that, so I wouldn't have to do that and click it every time, because invariably I look at something, I go into code, I'm coding for a couple of minutes, I come back, disconnected, hit refresh, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So that's a little annoying. I wish they would do something there. There's a couple little safety things they have too that I like. You can set your protection level, let you know, hey, you're about to destroy something or overwrite something. So that's nice. The other nice thing in their preferences, they have dark mode. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's actually a tasteful dark mode. And they support Redis JSON, which is very, very handy. So that's my review real quick. my friction log, really what it is. Great. Just one or two little tiny frictions. Everything else is fantastic. And I liked it so much, I bought the Pro just to support the developers, and it was worth it too.